Good morning and welcome to another episode of Josh and Pat. I'm Joshua Klein, joined by Patrick Cassett, and there's rumors coming out of the Hamptons. Tom Brady is allegedly dating Kim Kardashian. Now, these reports come from anonymous people from the Michael Rubin Hamptons whiteout party. And there's no video evidence. There's no any evidence other than what people are saying, who I'm not even sure if we know. But what is being said is that they were all over each other. Now, Tom Brady's team has said no. There is no romance between the two people.
Business partners.
Leaves everyone speculating what is the real truth. Patrick, is Tom Brady with Kim Kardashian, and is this a step down?
No, Josh, it's the American super couple. We're talking Kim Kardashian, Tom Brady. People that know Kim Kardashian say he's exactly Kim K's type. Well, hey, Tom after the divorce, having some fun, heading to the whiteout party, looking good. Michael Rubin photo bombing his pictures. I mean, look, Kim K, Tom Brady, name a more starstruck couple.
I mean, it's hard to right now, I guess. Timothy Chalamet, Kendall Jenner?
That could do it.
That's right up there. But you just said Kim Kardashian's type is Tom Brady. Exactly. That has to be an insult to Tom Brady, though, because, and this is no disrespect to Pete Davidson.
Here.
No
disrespect.
Feels like the level of accolades between those two guys,
right,
a little bit different.
One like kind of funny. The other one like the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say Tom Brady's kind of funny and that Pete was.
Well, oh, yeah. Well,
I mean, Tom Brady puts out some funny stuff.
Both kind of funny.
Especially when he's with Gronk.
Yeah,
or did you watch the match? I mean, that was.
Yeah, I mean, you always get Tom. He's out there. He's joking. He's a jokester. But Josh, I got to ask a question.
Okay, what's that?
They said they were flirty with each other at the party.
Okay.
Who's spilling the news? Because there is a strict no media policy at these Michael Rubin parties.
Well, I mean, if I had to guess, it has to be Michael Rubin himself. I mean, listen, and I'm not saying I'm getting sick of this guy. I'm not.
He's not. We're not saying.
And if he wanted to invite me to the Hamptons for the whiteout party, I would graciously say yes.
I'm actually, you know what, Josh? I'm going on the record right now. If I were to get invited next year, 2024 whiteout party Hamptons, decline.
Well, I don't even want to address that, Patrick, because that's ridiculous. I'm going to that party. Now, that being said, does it feel like Michael Rubin's just the kind of guy who's maybe just kind of throwing him into like spots that should he be there? I'm not sure. I mean, look at these photos on the screen right now. Does it feel like this was just a bunch of friends getting together for a photo and then Michael Rubin kind of just threw himself in there and they couldn't really say no because he's throwing the party?
Exactly.
It looks a little bit like that. We're not saying that's the case though, but Tom Brady going to Kim Kardashian it's a crazy move, and if that's true, I mean, I think it's going to really take a while for us to get adjusted with that. I mean, he went from Giselle, who's arguably the most famous person in the history of Brazil, to somebody who, and this is not a slight at Kim Kardashian. She's done well for herself. She's done better for herself than I've done for myself.
True.
But we're talking like in the levels of superstardom, there still is comparison.
There's comparison.
I mean, I argue a lot of people are doing better than me, but that doesn't make them on the same level as Giselle.
Giselle is a world-class model. Everybody knows Giselle.
Yeah, so hey, that's gonna take some adjusting, but hey, I guess I'm rooting for them.
Hey, no, I'm rooting for Tom, man. Good for Tom.
Now
he's getting back out there.
I mean, if Tom really wanted to, though, change his public image right now, he'd suit up for the Raiders pretty much immediately.
And then Kim K.
I mean, he couldn't suit up for the Raiders fast enough. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of solve all your issues there because, Tom Brady can't keep a woman when he's playing football.
Exactly. And then therefore you don't have to worry about, maybe we have Kim K start coming to games. No, it wouldn't be an issue.
No, wouldn't be an issue. No. Okay, so moving on to, this is a kind of a gossip-filled show. And
I kind of like it.
And I kind of like it. And that's what the off season is about.
Yeah.
But number 1 overall draft pick Victor Wembanyama's security team assaulted Britney Spears.
We got to get a better security team.
And does his security team represent his values?
I don't know. Because, Josh, if anybody's going after Britney Spears after what she's been through, Josh, is Victor Wembanyama and his security team not a stand-up guy?
Britney Spears survived a Eminem diss track.
That's true. People forget.
She is a warrior. And after going through all that, she has to get assaulted by a guy who hasn't even played a game in the NBA's security team.
7'3" guy, right? It's like, who gives him the right? He hasn't done anything in America. You know how much Britney Spears has done in America?
A ton.
She's given a lot to our pop culture.
Yeah. I mean, she had a sister who was on Zoe 101.
Zoe 101, and then got pregnant, so the show had to end. But we don't talk about
that. But that family was really doing a lot.
Yeah, that Spears family at one point. No, we don't need to talk about the rest of the stuff that happened to Britney.
No.
But she's been through a lot, and she does not need to have to go through another legal issue to try to press charges.
And here's the thing. My perception of Victor Wembanyama is just really just going down. It started when he said, talked about how, he's so excited to beat the USA in the Olympics and all that stuff. And I'm like, shut up, dude. You're never going to do it. But then, so that's when things really started declining for him. And then, I saw him get drafted to the Spurs, and he went out on the court. He missed about 15 shots off the bat.
And it can't happen.
Right off the bat. And then, listen, I would have made one.
Right, go 1 for 15. I think that you can do that.
And then now this, and it's a tough look for a guy who's never played. It's a tough look. I don't know. The police report's saying assaulted.
Assault. Show the Adam Schefter tweet. It's assault.
It's right there on the screen. Now I'm not seeing it right now, so I just have to believe that does say assault.
Also, this is what a terrible way to start your NBA career.
Yeah. I do feel bad for him, I guess, in the sense that it was a security team.
Wasn't his fault, I guess.
Wasn't his fault, I guess. Now, what's Britney Spears doing trying to tap his butt?
Britney Spears just trying to. Well, you got to think it's a. Josh.
Oh, she has no, because he's so high.
Well, he's so high. She was probably just trying to tap him on the shoulder, but just couldn't.
He couldn't get there.
Yeah, it just couldn't.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Speaking of assault, verbal assault coming from the Live Tour. Now the PGA Tour, PGA Live, I guess. Has that been worked out yet?
Yeah, no, it's still working out the kinks.
Still working out the details.
Yeah.
Okay. Brooks Koepka trying to get his teammate fired. Now, this was the first news that this is the first time I ever knew that the Live Tour had teams. I didn't know that until this moment. But Brooks Koepka saying his teammate lazy. Patrick, fill us in on the details.
He's a lazy, and I quote, because look, we're Team Brooks guys. I think that's evident. Okay. Quote: I've basically given up on him. A lot of talent, but the talent's wasted. And so Matthew Wolff, they're just not happy with each other. And when you got Brooks Koepka or this guy named Matthew Wolff, whose side are you going to take? You're going to take Brooks Koepka.
And Matthew Wolff, he's a former PGA guy?
Former PGA guy. He's won on the PGA Tour.
And here's how I'm going to say this. And former PGA guy who decided to leave the PGA and leave the ultra tough competition to take a ton of money to go play elsewhere. You're telling me that guy's lazy? Don't believe it.
No, there's no way.
There's no way that guy is a lazy guy.
There's absolutely no way, because if you even try to want to make that comparison, Josh, you got to think about how innovative and how much time and effort it took to even think about trying to take a bunch of money to leave another tour. That took so much effort. Yeah. So you can't even try to make a comparison like that.
It's ridiculous to think. And he's we're talking about a guy who was part of a group of pioneers.
Yeah.
You call the pioneers lazy?
I don't personally. No, I don't.
Brooks Koepka. I think Brooks Koepka, I think you need to listen. He's trying to cause division right now in his team, it feels like. And maybe
maybe he's just trying to get the boys fired up on the rest of the team.
by
Try to get them rallied around.
So how many other teammates does he have?
Well, he's got 2 other teammates.
So is this one of the situations where
Read the room.
he's like, hey, I'm going to find a guy to kind of be like, sacrificial lamb, scapegoat. I'm going to just bury this guy. And hopefully in turn, it's going to motivate these other guys. And so maybe the increase of those 2 dudes and myself will compensate for how much this guy is going to probably just 100% be and never wanting to do anything ever again.
And it's one of these situations where you got a group of friends. They're 4 dudes, right? And in this group of friends, there's always that one guy that's just going to be the alpha. He's going to be the guy that's like calling shots, and your position in the group. And Brooks has probably always been that because guess what? He's the best golfer on the team, right?
Yeah.
Well, then you get this Matthew Wolf guy that just doesn't want to come in. Maybe he's trying to say we need to change things, and he starts trying to read the room, and the room goes sour. And next thing you know, he's on his way out.
Yeah.
And the other 2 guys, they're looking around. And it's like, well, we got a good thing going with Brooks here, and so they just roll with him.
So that's maybe.
Yeah.
I do. How's the teams like? How are they selected? Do they have a name? Is it like a?
Yeah, they do. You got Team Smash. You got the 4 Aces. You got the High Flyers.
And so now, do the PGA guys, are they all going to be like delegated to these teams, or are they going to have like expansion teams?
Well, hear me out. What if we have like relegation promotion? That could be cool.
That'd be pretty sick. And so you get relegated into the PGA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, relegated into the PGA. Yes,
and then you can get promoted into Live.
Yeah,
but you still, if you get promoted into Live, and you were initially offered a Live contract and you declined it, you still have to play on the PGA contract.
You still have to, because that was you
turned that down,
right?
Yeah,
that they tried, they begged you to take that contract, and take the money, but you said no. So
yeah.
Is
Rory still taking it on the shins?
Rory. I think Rory's doing okay now. I think he's doing better.
That's good. Hey, good for Rory. Moving on, Damian Lillard trying to get traded, except to only one team, and that's the Miami Heat. Now, Damian Lillard's agent has called pretty much every team in the NBA and said, if you trade for Dame, you're trading for an unhappy Dame. Don't trade for Dame. Now, this is interesting. So basically, he's just assuming that the Heat want to trade for him and are going to trade for him. And what if the Heat don't want to? We're not going to talk about that. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they're really excited to give up all their role players to go after Damian Lillard. But if you're the Trailblazers, you're in a position now where it's like, I'm still going to try to trade him for the best value anywhere. But did you lose every single trade partner? I'm not sure. And then, so what happens if the Trailblazers try to trade him to every team and they're all like, we're not trading for Dame. We're trading for an unhappy Dame. Mm-hmm. That's been made clear. And then they try to trade with the Heat, and the Heat are like, we kind of like what we got going on right now with the fact that we have one superstar and pretty much 1,000 other players who are kind of good and maybe at any given night might drop 30. Mm-hmm. And then what do you do if you're the Trailblazers? Or you're just like, well, hey, Dame, we tried to trade you, but we just couldn't. And then what happens then?
Yeah, so I think that the major issue here for Damian Lillard is he doesn't have a no trade clause. So his whole plan on where to pick where he wants to go, just it doesn't sound like it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
why doesn't he have? First of all, Dame, you're
how does he not have a no trade clause?
How do you not have no trade clause? That feels like something that you would put in immediately. Because think about it,
is his agent a bad agent?
The only one. That's the thing. The agent, he's playing catch up right now. So the agent, he forgot to do his due diligence. He said he was putting together the contract. He saw how many commas were in that top number line. He said, "Yeah, this is gonna do." And he just went, "Hey, Dame, just sign this thing. We are good." Then all of a sudden, things start to get the turmoil starts to build up. Things get a little bit rocky. And then all of a sudden, Dame's like, hey, man, I think I got to get out of here. And he's like, oh, no problem. He looks at the contract. He's like, oh, shoot.
We done messed up.
I messed up. He doesn't want to tell Dame. So he's like, okay, so I can still fix this. I can still salvage this. All I have to do is call every single team and say, do not trade for him. And then that's basically like no trade clause.
Next question here, Josh. Are we sure the Miami Heat even want Damian Lillard? Because Damian Lillard has set his sights on Miami, and that's the team he wants to go to.
I think Jimmy Butler might want him.
Does he?
He's playing the song.
Well, he's playing the song, but like the next question is like the Miami Heat have made absolutely no indication that they want Damian Lillard. Absolutely none.
No, they haven't, and that's a great point. But yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want Dame? Because clearly, if you see how much production he's had,
well, the playoffs.
I mean, have you've seen that shot? Mm-hmm.
I've seen that shot over Paul George a handful of times,
a number of times. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a stacked team. They had Paul George, Russell Westbrook. I mean,
the names go on.
I think they still had my guy with the Adams. No,
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams.
Yep.
Yeah. So loaded team.
It was a stacked team.
I mean, he just shot right over all of them. Mm-hmm. So Dame time is real.
And don't let people forget. Like you can't. Don't let people forget Damian made that shot, and he decided to pull up from there.
Yeah,
like it wasn't a last second chance. Like he decided to take that shot.
Oh yeah. That was his shot selection, and so yeah, I think Damian Lillard will be all right. Of course, the Heat are going to want him. They're going to trade for him. They're going to get great value. Now, is Tyler Hero going to be happy about playing for the Trailblazers?
Probably not.
And
it's an unfortunate thing for him.
Unfortunate thing, or a third team, because apparently this is a three-team deal is really most likely the case.
That's what I love about the NBA. It's like, you know what? Let's just add the third team in.
Yeah, Tyler Hero is definitely just he's a Miami guy, and so it's going to be tough for him to adjust. We're going to be praying for him.
You think Jack Harlow comes and sees him in Portland?
I can't imagine that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, Jack Harlow, is he falling off? Because right now,
he was at the white party, Josh. I don't think so.
Yeah, true. But was that his former athletes getting him into the white party?
Yeah, well, possibly.
Because his new album. Now, I'm not a music expert. People are saying he fell off.
Well, still at the white party. So
still at the white party. Fair.
Good for Jack, I guess.
Speaking of the music industry, Taylor Swift, last night drops her new album. That's actually her old album, Speak Now, Taylor's version.
Right.
And this is genius. I mean, I think we're going to start using our podcast, and then we're just going to redrop them all, and it's, Josh and Pat.
Yeah,
Josh's
because people don't understand, like, Josh, you already own the rights to this, but we just want to verify in a few years that we do own the rights to it. And
bingo.
I think that's good. Here's the thing about the Taylor Swift album, Josh. Mm-hmm. There's level 1000 IQ play here for single males across the country. Right now, this morning, get on to that Instagram story and screenshot Taylor Swift's new album because it can do wonders.
Oh, 100%. Listen, if you're a single dude in America right now, this is why we actually put it in the show. And this is not us telling you to do it. This is just saying, hey, this is free advice. This is just advice.
Yeah.
If you're a single dude in America right now, go to Apple Music, Spotify wherever you listen to music.
Maybe Amazon. I don't know.
Screenshot your favorite song from the Speak Now album, post it on your story, and just watch as things happen. And it's going to get attention. People are going to go, oh my gosh, that he's a Taylor Swift fan?
It's like I never thought of him like that.
Wow. Like, he's got good taste. Like, we could get along.
Yeah, he's probably got like a really good heart. Like,
now, if you really want to do something, there's one particular song that I think is going to go crazy.
And Josh, you're onto this.
You have to do Taylor Swift's Foolish one, Taylor's version from the vault. You get the extra parentheses in there, which shows that it's extra important. You post that on your story. Just good. Hey, have fun.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just like
it's like have fun. Just watch it come in.
just watch it. Now, is this also? I mean, to be fair, we don't have an extended amount of research back in this. Is this like one of those things where you post it and there may be like, it could go the opposite way. They could be like, oh my gosh, like he would be a good friend, like because maybe they don't want a dude who likes Taylor Swift.
But maybe they,
You know,
Josh, I disagree. I think it opens the
I'm
door.
just saying.
I think
I'm
it
just
opens
saying,
the door.
I'm just saying that. Yeah, I think it opens the door though. I do think. And now listen, I just want to make this one thing clear. I posted on my story with no intention. I actually just genuinely think "Enchanted" might be the greatest song of all time, and that's my opinion. But in the process of doing that, it occurred to me that there's a chance
It was a light bulb moment.
that this could help a lot of people in the world.
But so you post it on the story. It's a screenshot. Is there a caption that goes with it?
I said, greatest song of all time, no debate.
Okay. Okay. I think that works.
And yeah, I think that's just, and you could put the call to action in there.
You could, how about like Queen does it again?
Yeah. Well, Mother, I think
Mother.
is that what Taylor Swift's called her? They call her Mother?
Oh, how about this? Love this era.
Oh,
Boom.
Wow. That's a great caption.
Love this era.
I mean, that's a possibility. Hey, well, that's the show, I guess. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're still watching. Hey, before you took it away,
please, stop. Time out.
Go. If you're still watching, DM us at Picks and Pancakes on Instagram, and you can get this free 10 McDonald's gift card. No, could get. You will get.
It's not a 10 McDonald's. It's $10 McDonald's.
$10.
Oh, yeah.
$10 McDonald's gift cards. McDonald's gift card, and a free mug. So don't go anywhere. Just DM us and say, hey, I made it to the end of the episode. That's all you have
Literally
to
all.
do.
It's not that hard.
Not that hard at all.
If you watch this clip, even though this won't be clipped,
It's not going to be clipped.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect time to wrap up the show.
Exactly. Also, thank you guys. I had a little bit of break there, but we're back from now till football season.
Yeah.
Things are going to get ramping up. I mean, we got a lot of things planned. It's going to be an exciting time to be alive. And Patrick, I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
I'm pumped.
No, we didn't do.
What did we not do?
We didn't do NASCAR preview.
Oh, a quick NASCAR preview here. We're at Atlanta. It's a super speedway now. Who do you like this weekend, Josh?
I'm going to go with a guy who I think is, I mean, he's due. He's due.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got his butt kicked in, I mean, everybody got their butt kicked in Chicago.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with a guy who I think is going to really make a comeback. Going to go, show up, do his thing. Give me Kyle Larson.
Yeah, Josh, I'm going to go with a guy that is turning around this year.
Yeah.
He had a tough situation there last year at his former team, and I think he has to his fourth victory of this season.
Oh, no way.
Josh, we're going Kyle Busch.
That's a great pick. Listen, and here's the thing. My perspective on Kyle Busch,
It's done a 180.
I mean, 180. Some would say 360, but that's just full. You go all the way around.
Well, I would say if 360 that'd be a 540.
540.
540 because I went all the way around, and then I realized, well, it's not far enough, and so then I did another half.
Or I might say 360 because I think at the beginning I didn't really care. I kind of liked him. I wasn't fine, but then he kind of slayed my dad. Then we go around the 180, and then I think maybe 360, 540. We're not sure.
360, 540. Yeah.
But anyway, so and it's hard to not root for him because it's like the old adage, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Now,
Right.
Why is Joe Gibbs my enemy? I don't know. It feels like maybe it's like it sucks that all the drivers for Joe Gibbs, in my opinion, I hate them all.
Yes.
Because Joe Gibbs really does seem like just a genuine good guy.
Yeah, he seems like a great guy.
I mean, he's had a tough go at it. So like kind of undeserving hate on Joe Gibbs from me personally. And I feel bad about that. But
Got two guys that can go on an all-time run. But bless you, Josh.
thank you. It's just if you guys only knew what I was battling.
Okay, that's a great.
Anyway, guys, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you on Monday. A peace.